Hey, what is up guys? How's it going? This is Furgie here, back from A Squad Gaming, and today we are going to look at our very first Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video guide. Today we're going to cover what we think personally is the most major change in this game, this being the addition of specialist classes and their specialist abilities. If you're not familiar with these already, these are 10 specific characters that are added into the game. Each you can choose from when you're playing that have 2 special abilities each. You can choose from one of these, one being lethal and one being more of an assistive ability. Today we're going to look at what we think are our top 3 specialist abilities in game to give you guys that extra edge while playing. These are all non-lethal. Of course, all the lethals are very good as well, but most of these are going to be more helpful for you in the long run. Now, our very first subclass here is the Prophet Glitch ability. Now, if you take a look at the Prophet, he's got 2 abilities. One of them is kind of an electricity gun that's called Tempest, and the other one is his ability called Glitch. Now, I haven't seen many people using Glitch, and I don't really know why, because it is very, very helpful, but sometimes it comes in a few niche situations that might not be necessary all the time. However, if you get good at using Glitch, it can be good in many situations. Basically, what it allows you to do is jump backwards in time about 5 seconds from where you were previously. So if you're running in a straight line for 5 seconds, you use Glitch, you will teleport back to where you were when you started. Now, this can come in handy in many situations. If you're trying to get away from somebody and you're trying to jump behind them, confuse them, or if you're in a gunfight that you think you might lose, you can totally turn it around and instead end up winning that gunfight. Because I'll tell you what, nobody in the game uses this right now, and it's going to allow many of you to confuse the people you're fighting. Although it does throw this strange blue streak in the direction you're glitching to, it's very confusing, just like the next ability that we'll show you. So I would highly suggest Glitch as your subclass ability, because you get it 3 or 4 times a game. You can use it in many situations, and it confuses the hell out of people. So Glitch is our first choice on this list. The second ability we're going to take a look at here is the Nomad's Rejack. Now, if you use Glitch for a while, you'll realize that it actually requires a decent amount of skill, that you have to know when to use it and how to use it in order to be as effective as possible with it. Rejack, on the other hand, is the polar opposite. You really don't need too much skill to use it. You can only use it in one situation, so you always know when to use it. And personally, I think it's pretty overpowered, which is why I am assuming it'll be nerfed in the near future. But for this reason, I feel like we should all use it while we can in order to get on some higher kill streaks and have less deaths and things like that. So basically what Rejack is, if you're familiar with MW2 or MW3, is Final Stand. Now what Final Stand is, it's a little last chance ditch effort in order to get a few more kills, but Rejack is that on steroids because you get right up after you die. It doesn't count as a death, it doesn't end your kill streak, and you can usually take advantage of whoever happened to bring you down or beat you in that gunfight because they're going to be very confused by what's going on. You look like a dead body in a cloud of green gas, and you're going to get right up. You're actually defenseless in this cloud, but people usually won't finish you off because not a lot of people use this yet. Not a lot of people are familiar with what it is, and a lot of people don't follow up on their kills. That's why this ability is so good right now, and I highly suggest you all use Rejack and put it to good use while you can. Now, the final ability we're going to look at today is the Outrider's Vision Pulse. Now, I love the Outrider personally, which is why this is my favorite ability on the list. The other 2 are great, however. I do love the Outrider Sparrow, which is her lethal bow and arrow, but Vision Pulse comes in handy in a lot of situations, especially when you're by yourself or playing free-for-all and things like that. Now, what Vision Pulse is it is basically an overpowered UAV bleep that surrounds you on the entire map. It actually covers about 1/4 of the map, depending on the map you're on. It's fairly large, and what it does is it permanently, not permanently, but for about 5 seconds, it highlights any enemy that it hits in its radius, shows them through walls, completely covers them in red, and allows you to pick them off very easily. You can see what direction they're running in, and it gives you a gigantic advantage. It's basically a temporary wall hack. It also shows you where they are on the map, and it shows their dot moving almost like a blackbird, which makes this a very good lethal ability in any situation in any game type, especially if you think you're closer to the enemies. You can pick up a lot of kills very quickly in a really rapid order. So Vision Pulse is my 3rd favorite on this list for that reason. You can see here it's very overpowered. I can actually hit people from a very long ways away and they have no idea I'm coming for them. You can also earn it very quickly, just like the other 2 abilities on this list, 3 or 4 times in one game, which will save you in many situations and get you a lot more points along the way. So that's it. I want to thank you all for watching our very first Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. We'll have a lot more coming in the near future, including multiplayer, campaign, and more importantly, zombies. I really suggest you all try out all of these subclasses because they're very helpful. They're going to save a lot of your kill streaks, get you a lot more kills and a lot more points. So again, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to try out all of these subclasses. We will see you next time on A Squad Gaming.